Amid 96-degree heat, the San Francisco 49ers invaded Miami, seeking to dethrone the Super Bowl champion Dolphins. It was the first regular season game ever between the two clubs. With middle linebacker Frank Nunley leading the charge, the 49er defense held the powerful Dolphin offense in check during the first half. It seemed as though all the early breaks were in favor of the upset-minded 49ers. Frank Nunley's interception of a deflected Miami pass set up a San Francisco field goal. Miami matched the kick for a first-quarter deadlock. Garo Yepremian's second field goal, this one for 53 yards, broke the deadlock. Number 12, John Brody, brought San Francisco back despite heavy Miami pressure. Tight end Ted Kwolek's reception gave the 49ers a 1st and 10 at the Miami 15. 3 plays later, number 22, Vic Washington, scored for San Francisco. With Miami trailing at the end of the third quarter, fullback Larry Zonka got the Dolphins in gear. With a third down at the 49er 10-yard line, quarterback Bob Greasy got the protection he needed, and the Dolphins tied the score. A field goal on the ensuing drive put the Dolphins out in front 16-13, and the no-name defense took over. Even the 49er specialty team scored for the Dolphins. Garo Yepremian's fourth field goal brought the score to 21-13, giving the Dolphins their 18th consecutive win.
It wasn't until late in the fourth quarter that Bob Greasy was able to crack the silver and black defense. This throw to number 88, Jim Mandich. But the touchdown with 1:07 left wasn't enough as the Oakland Raiders snuffed the Miami win streak at 18 with an inspired 12-7 victory. The Dolphins were ready to rebound after their loss in Oakland, but the New England Patriots had some surprises ready for Miami, like 5'5" Mac Heron, number 42. The Patriots came close to scoring first when Josh Ashton, number 31, broke loose in the Miami secondary. From the 4-yard line, vaulting specialist Sam Bam Cunningham let the Dolphins off the hook. After a scoreless first quarter, Eugene Mercury Morris followed number 66 Larry Little, among others, to an easy touchdown. Less than 2 minutes later, Mighty Mercury took the game into his own hands. At halftime, Miami led 20-3, but Jim Plunkett brought the Patriots back with a pass to Reggie Rucker, number 33. While the New England offense definitely has a new look this season, occasionally it looks a little like last year or the year before, because Jim Plunkett still must scramble. And when in trouble, he'll still look for his old Stanford buddy, Randy Rabbit Vataha, number 18. Midway in the third period, John Tarver, number 36, cut over tackle and into the Miami end zone. And while this is indeed a rare sight for Miami watchers, imagine their surprise when moments later, following a Bob Greasy fumble, Tarver again cut into the end zone, this time bringing New England within a touchdown after 3 quarters. In the fourth period, Jim Plunkett rang up another touchdown with a corner shot to Reggie Rucker. But the young Patriots of Chuck Fairbanks are not quite ready to outscore the world champions. For any young team, mistakes of inexperience will usually lead directly to defeat. The Dolphins scored 3 times in the fourth quarter, once on Nick Bonacani's fumble return, once on a perfect Bob Greasy post pattern to Paul Warfield, and once on another swing down the lane by the 73 Model Mercury, on the way to a Miami record of 197 yards rushing, and finally, a convincing victory for the Miami Dolphins. On the first series of the third quarter, quarterback Al Woodall limped off with an injured knee. With Joe Namath already lost with a separated shoulder, the only man left was rookie Bill Demery, number 6, who with teeth bared threw right into the incisors of the Dolphins' zone defense. Now, with both Namath and Woodall gone, there seems no rumble left in the East to cope with the Dolphin Thunder. The Thunder inside is Larry Zonka's booming runs. The Lightning outside is Mercury Morris on a sweep. For long distance, Miami relies on the thunderbolts of Bob Greasy to Paul Warfield and Marlon Briscoe, number 86. The Miami offense is a hurricane. It's Zonka, Morris, Briscoe, bing, bang, boom, touchdown. Only once did Bob Greasy betray his team, and that came on a picture-perfect interception by Jets cornerback Earlie Thomas. When something fancy didn't work, Greasy went back to basics, and for the Jets it was tough to tackle a tornado. Greasy capped the Dolphins' 31-3 victory with his second touchdown pass to nifty Paul Warfield. When the game ended, Don Shula's Dolphins had won their third game in 4 tries. And with Joe Namath gone, there seems to be no one who can weather the Miami storm in the AFC East.
Next came Miami in the Monday night game. Determined to avenge a narrow defeat in the playoffs the year before, the defense clamped down on Bob Greasy and the Dolphins like a vice. Late in the fourth quarter, the Browns trailed by a single point. Then one big play by Mercury Morris turned the tide. The Browns lost 17-9, and Don Shula's team continued its inexorable march to the Super Bowl. But Nick Scorage's determined defense gained national stature by giving mighty Miami all it could handle.
Like railbirds clocking a morning workout, they came early to study a real thoroughbred go through his paces. Could O.J. Simpson outrun the shadow of Jim Brown's rushing record? Could the juice keep flowing against the world champion Dolphins? On the game's third play, Miami quarterback Bob Greasy lost the ball and the Bills recovered. But Buffalo could not budge the Dolphins, and they settled for a field goal and a 3-0 lead. Confident with the lead and buoyed by the awesome power locked in the white shoes, Buffalo attacked the no-name defense. But the wings were torn off their elusive butterfly as the no-name swarmed over the juice. At the end of the half, a frustrated O.J. Simpson had gained only 12 yards and 6 carries. By game's end, he had but 55, and bruised and beaten with an ankle dressed in swaddling clothes, the juice had stopped flowing for the Buffalo Bills. Miami asserted their dominance on the passes of Bob Greasy to tight end Jim Mandich, number 88. This combination gave the Dolphins the lead for the first time at 10-3 when Greasy found Mandich floating free in the end zone. Behind airtight protection, the combination clicked again. As simple as 1-2-3. Blocking plus Mandich plus Greasy equal a 17-3 Miami lead. By halftime, the game was a rout as Mercury Morris cut inside of number 66 Larry Little and exploded for a touchdown. Leading 24-3, Bob Greasy was gluttonous for more points, but his bomb to Mercury Morris nestled nicely into the hands of cornerback Dwight Harrison of the Bills. When Harrison's legs turned to molasses, he attempted the old cornerback-to-cornerback handoff to Tony Green, number 43. But that old playground trick didn't work, and neither did anything else for the Bills when they turned to reserve quarterback Dennis Shaw, number 16. Buffalo was surrounded and stomped by a nightmare wearing white shirts. For 5 weeks, the Bills had not faced a team of championship mettle. On the 6th, they had played with the big boys and lost 27-6. It was supposed to be a cakewalk for the happy-go-lucky world champions, but the Patriots hitched up their pants, buckled on their chin straps, and stuck it to Miami. The Patriots scored on their first play from scrimmage when Jim Plunkett evaded the no-name defense and found number 1 draft choice Sam Bam Cunningham for a quick 6. The game-hardened Dolphins rallied to a tie when Bob Greasy, behind number 62 Jim Langer's block, rifled a touchdown to Marlon Briscoe. With the score tied at 7, Plunkett went to Cunningham, who used his helmet like a snout to uproot any unfortunate Dolphin in his path. Behind number 73 John Hanna's block, Sam Bam blasted over from in close as the 2 number 1 draft choices combined to give the gutty Patriots a surprising 14-7 lead. Two Garrow Yepremian field goals cut the lead to a point at halftime, and then the Patriots began to kick away the game. Poor execution and the collective excellence of the Dolphin defense bored into Patriot confidence, which began to wane and wobble. With stunning swiftness, the game turned on the swivel hip runs of Mercury Morris, number 22. Morris gained an even 100 yards and scored a touchdown, while teammate Larry Zonka banged out 70 yards and knocked down Patriots like bowling pins en route to Miami's final score of the game. Behind by 16 points, poor Jim Plunkett was outnumbered and outweighed and caught in a free-for-all. Plunkett and the Patriots fell to Miami 30-14.
With the Dolphins in town, future Jets prospects had little to cheer about. Quicksilver Mercury Morris opened the scoring on a 19-yarder the first time Miami had the ball. But quarterback Al Woodall led New York right back on a pass to number 83, Jerome Barkham. The pass led to a John Riggins score. With the game tied at 7, Riggins continued to pose a double threat as receiver and runner. His 3-yard score up the middle put the Jets ahead 14-7. But then the much-praised Dolphin defense began to crack down. And while the defense got rough, so did the offense as Mercury ran into some unexpected interference. Both parties emerged unhurt, and the Miami Lightning bolt went on to further collisions, this time in the Jets' end zone at the end of a 4-yard score punctuated by an all-star spike. Then Bob Greasy lofted a wind-hampered floater that Paul Warfield had to come back on. The tricky maneuver crossed up the defender, and Warfield pranced in for the score. Down 24-14, Woodall tried to come back. He hit little Eddie Bell, who figured the effort was worth a little bell ringing of his own. But in the end, the Dolphins' defense blanketed Woodall's receivers and pressured him out of the pocket, where he became fair game in a losing game as the Dolphins chalked up the win, number 7, 24-14.
While he's not one of those flashy young running backs who can turn a precise, hard-hitting defense into a mangled bit of twisted steel, his ability to carry the ball while eluding defenders could certainly have helped the Baltimore Colts on this Sunday. The Dolphins have super-quick Mercury Morris as their quick threat for 6, and while not the best at bubble blowing, he ranks as one of the best in the business in scoring from anywhere on the field. Mercury's touchdown covered 53 yards, one of 2 that the elusive 5-year veteran from West Texas State was to wind through the confused Baltimore secondary for the afternoon. The Dolphin Flash loaded for 144 yards on 12 carries for the afternoon, including this 48-yard touchdown. Three field goals and a 34-yard jaunt by Charlie Lee rounded out the Dolphin offensive barrage. Even when the Baltimore Colts got a break, they just couldn't hang on. Rex Kern's fumble cost the Colts field position, something which Baltimore never gained all day long, as Miami's no-name defense held the sputtering Blue offense to a mere 132 yards in total offense. Even when the Colts tried to punt it back, Dolphin pressure was just too great. Number 25, Tim Foley, blocked the kick and stayed in the right place at the right time, as the unpredictable bouncing football eluded one Dolphin and two Colts before finding Foley once again. Baltimore punter Dave Lee fell victim to the same occurrence later on, as number 53 Bob Matheson blocked the punt, allowing Tim Foley to again score the touchdown. The Dolphin defense allowed the Colts only 3 first downs during the game, while silencing rookie Burt Jones and the Baltimore Colts 44-0. In Buffalo, the latest dance craze is called Miami Grew the Oranges, but Buffalo Got the Juice. And last week, the Juice poured through Miami for 120 yards on 20 carries and a 6-yard per try average, which was only second best on his own team. First best for Buffalo was number 34, Jim Braxton, a punishing bruiser who had 119 yards rushing and a 7-yard average. The Dolphins countered this firepower effectively with the wing-footed wonder Mercury Morris. And although Merc didn't break this one, he did move the aqua and orange in close enough for one of Larry Zonka's shorties. Then for aesthetic tastes, Bob Greasy unlimbered one to tight end Jim Mandich. Greasy followed with a pretty pass to Paul Warfield to put Miami up 17-0. Despite all of Buffalo's running crunch, when they went to the air, they encountered drive-killing trouble. Sometimes their pass plays never even got off the ground, thanks to the likes of number 84, Bill Stanfill. In fact, the Miami stoppers were so potent that Buffalo never got on the scoreboard in the 17-0 defeat, which just about finished their playoff aspirations. For Miami, it was a win that clinched the division title, while for this bedraggled Buffalo, the chips were definitely down. For the Dallas Cowboys, everything was at stake. Their survival as a contender in the NFC East hinged on a victory against the world champions from Miami. On defense, Doomsday strung Mercury Morris out on a clothesline and then hung him on it to dry. It was a brutal display of give and take, and Miami's no-name defense more than matched Doomsday's thunder. Down deep, the yards came grudging, and twice Dallas rose up and bent Dolphin surges back inside the 10. When Dallas maneuvered into scoring position, they too were throttled. Receivers that seemed so wide open and fancy-free were shut down and speared. Miami grabbed the first big break when a Roger Staubach pass was deflected into the hands of Jake Scott. Scott's return set up a Larry Zonka plunge, and the Dolphins led Dallas 7-0. Quarterback Bob Greasy led Miami to their second score with some nifty footwork of his own. Being a sage veteran, Greasy knew exactly when to call it quits. He also knew it was time to call on Paul Warfield, who slipped past Mel Renfro and glided in for 6. The Dallas offense was dead until wide receiver Drew Pearson scooped up teammate Walt Garrison's fumble like a shortstop. But Pearson's effort fell short when Dallas missed a field goal, and later when Staubach set up an impeccable pump-and-go bomb to Bob Hayes, he misfired by 5 long yards. The highest scoring team in the pros managed but 1 touchdown, and vengeance was Miami's 14-7.
That have got to the quarterback 39 times this year on 3rd down and 8. Gilliam back, good protection. Oh, and his picked off. Anderson, Dick Anderson. Dick Anderson, touchdown, and did he read that beautifully? Yeah.
Let's look at it again. Here's this interception. He had good protection. He just threw that thing a little bit behind the receiver. You saw him slow down there. Anderson was coming in from his strong safety position, picked it off.
3rd down and 8. Gilliam with time to throw. In and out of the hands of one Pittsburgh Steeler and picked off by Curtis Johnson. John McMakin takes Curtis Johnson out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Another big break for these Dolphins. That's the 40 of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Morris, Bob Kuchenberg, 67 with a great block out in front of Morris. Andy Russell takes Morris out of bounds at the 18. But you saw one of the 2 great guards of this Dolphin unit, Bob Kuchenberg, number 67, the other, of course, Murray Little, 66. Scoring lead in the AFC. From 28 yards out, Garo Yepremian hits the Miami Dolphins. With 8:34 remaining in the first quarter, lead the Pittsburgh Steelers 10-0, and they're off and cruising as they have so many times this year. And moving Jake Scott all the way back to his 17-yard line. Scott turns the corner.
They seem to be doing everything well tonight.
Zonka gets the call, tries the right side. No opening, finds his own. He gets about 7 out to the 43. Henry Davis there to make the stop. Getting a little help from number 78, Dwight White. Quarter. Greasy looking for Warfield, and Mel Blunt gave Warfield more room than you can afford to give an outside receiver. And
You're talking about, they have a lot of pride in what they do.
It's a 2nd down and 8, and Mercury Morris got about half of it. There's Mercury Morris, 4 yards. Coming up quickly, number 48, John Rouser. From the 46-yard line, Garo Yepremian. Well, it's all working for the Dolphins tonight. Yepremian gets his 2nd field goal of the night earlier. He hit from 28 yards out, and now from 46. What a weapon this little man has been. Quarter this man, Joe Gilliam. 3rd down and 10. Unloads it, picks off Dick Anderson.
Well, that could spell the difference. They may have to bring Bradshaw in now, but I think this guy, he's going all the way.
Uh-oh. Anderson, who returned one earlier for a touchdown, returns this one 32 yards to the 2.5-yard line.
There's a flag down, Frank. I don't know what it means. He got him all alone.
All alone. Mandich, Jim Mandich, gets his 4th touchdown of the year, his 19th reception. It's 33. Bradshaw firing. Forget it. Dick Anderson, his 3rd interception. Touchdown. 38 yards.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I can't believe it.
Their lead with 13:28 remaining in the half to 27-0.
And we thought we were going to have a really great game.
It is good. Just depends on how you look at it.
It's a little attraction here, a little spectacular, if you will. The Dolphins offense.
Look at that man go to the outside.
Mercury Morris.
Oh, man. What a move.
Across midfield. He's at the 48 of the Steelers, a 16-yard pickup. And he has made no qualms about it. He wants to play here. Oh, and look at Zonka barrel up the middle, and he still won't go down. Down to the 27.
Oh, me.
On the 23. Joe Green got back on sides. Complete to Jim Kick. Webster takes kick out of bounds at the 13-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Gary Yepremian, 3 field goals on the night, hitting from the 14. The Dolphins extending their lead. And on the sidelines, Mercury Morris looking for another 1,000-yard year. He already had 42 yards tonight, but he is in pain. Bradshaw in and out of the hand.
There it is, 4 in one ball game.
I don't believe it.
Who is it? Dick Anderson. How about that?
4 interceptions. He's the leading receiver tonight.
That's right. That's a good mark for a season in interceptions, Don.
That is incredible. And that's the only one that's been tipped, though. He's picked 5.
Greasy's going to take the safety.
There it is, a safety. Sure.
Shula's ahead of us all.
Yeah, he is. That's why he's there.
Shula's ahead of us all.
That's it.
Barry Pearson, and he's hit hard. Jake Scott intercepts. Scott returning it to the 25 as the clock ticks down to 18 seconds. 16-yard return.
All-pro safety Jake Scott got some badly bruised ribs, as did tight end Jim Mandich. And with substitute Lloyd Mumford got a knee, the Dolphins were down to 3rd string at corner. Nevertheless, the Aqua and Orange seemed awesome as always. It's hard to fill Nick Bonaconte's shoes, but substitute Bob Matheson had a standout day, inspired by the 2-fisted play of the Dolphin regulars. Number 57, linebacker Mike Colon, put a lick on Steve Owens he won't soon forget, and in general, the injury-rigged Dolphin defense worked well enough to shut out the Lions until late in the 4th quarter, with some good old-fashioned football. Even more impressive, however, was the display the Miami offense put forth. Despite injuries to key interior linemen, the Dolphins blocked like they were trying to gain financial security for Jim Kick. With holds like that, it was Mercury Morris's fate to sit on the bench to save himself for the playoffs. And with only 46 yards separating him from another 1,000-yard season, That had to have been a fairly agonizing sacrifice. One guy that wasn't disappointed, however, was Larry Zonka, who for the third time in consecutive seasons bulldozed for over 1,000 yards. Quarterback Bob Greasy performed brilliantly for the afternoon, calling plays well and throwing 11 for 15, including this strike to Jim Mandich, who put a matador-like move on safety Mike Weegar before being hurled down by number 20 Lim Barney. But the real story of the afternoon was the record-passing combination of Bob Greasy to super receiver Paul Warfield. Warfield's fumble was recovered by number 86 Marlon Briscoe, but that was the only measure of his fallibility because during the 30 minutes that he played, he was nothing short of invincible. In all, Warfield caught 4 touchdown passes, one short of the NFL single-game record that has stood since 1950. The first came on the initial Dolphin possession with a perfect strike from Bob Greasy. The 10-year master of reception was certainly no match for rookie cornerback Levi Johnson, and a repeat shows that number 23 is learning his trade the embarrassing way. 3 times Johnson was caught with his Levi's down, as it were, and each time number 42 kept a foot in for the score. Then Detroit put 9-year veteran Miller Farr in Johnson's place, and Warfield never noticed the switch. With this point explosion, Warfield became the leading scorer by reception in the AFC, but unless the Dolphins are healed up for the playoffs, their super dream may stay just that.
Miami took control on the first series as they shunted Mercury Morris outside for good yardage. Then, mixing his plays perfectly, Bob Greasy hit Mr. Smooth, Paul Warfield. With only 5.5 minutes gone in the game, Greasy zipped a slant into Warfield, and Miami led 7-0. It was enough to bring the white handkerchiefs out as Dolphin fans sensed a rout. Repeat of the touchdown shows the excellent catch Warfield had to make, although the timing on the play was perfect. Only Bengal feeling the crunch of the Miami defense as more than once quarterback Ken Anderson was pummeled to the ground. But while Anderson's troubles were with the opposition, Bob Greasy's very few problems came from his own teammates, who may lapse occasionally from the boredom of sheer perfection. And sheer perfection was the only way to describe Greasy's stout protection. It gave him loads of time all afternoon. And number 88, Jim Mandich, made up for his miscue soon thereafter, and the Dolphins threatened again. Two bursts up the middle by the crusher named Larry Zonka made it 14-3, and the handkerchiefs were out in earnest. The Dolphins continued to drown the Bengals in offense as once again Greasy went to the incomparable Paul Warfield. Barraging from all angles, Greasy gave to the winged wonder and Mercury flashed in to make the score 21-3. Surely the young Bengals would give up the ghost. Cincinnati points was abruptly concluded when Dick Anderson showed up at the other end of Ken Anderson's rainbow to put the Dolphins deep in Bengal territory. Three plays later, the dispassionate Dolphin signal caller Bob Greasy set up and connected with wide receiver Marlon Briscoe on the Cincinnati 17-yard line. From there, Greasy turned Larry Zonka loose on a true workhorse run. Following Zonka's bruising burst, Greasy took advantage of the Bengals by slipping tight end Jim Mandich over the middle for an embarrassingly easy score that moved the Dolphins out 28-16. One series later, the relentless Dolphin attack continued as Greasy and Paul Warfield combined to put Garo Yepremian in position to score. The 50-yard effort was good, and the Dolphins pulled out by 15 points. Behind by 2 touchdowns for 3 more points. And as Ken Anderson said, we couldn't break through the 3-4 defense when he was sacked 5 times. The Dolphins capped the game with a time-consuming and respectfully non-scoring 12-play drive that ended on the Bengal 11-yard line. Jim Kick spearheaded the effort, but his late-game enthusiasm was obviously not appreciated by the frustrated Bengals. The 34-16 defeat was a crushing blow to the young Cincinnati club, yet their 10-4 record and AFC Central Division crown will no doubt subtract some of the agony from their playoff elimination. Third time in as many years, his team has moved into competition for the AFC title and one step closer to a second consecutive Super Bowl sojourn. But last Sunday's victory was obviously an emotional one for Shula, because the coach across the field this time was a man that he had played for over 20 years ago, and who had in many ways influenced his coaching philosophy in life. And when the former student and teacher met at midfield, the honest feelings that live in this game of pro football were never more apparent.
He wasn't offside, and Mercury breaks it out to the 44, where Jack Tatum came up to hit him. Mercury Morris had a big day against Cincinnati last Sunday, going over 100 yards. And he has it, Larry Zonka. Dan Connors ran into him, the middle linebacker. First down, Miami. American Football Conference Championship. Briscoe goes back in as a wide receiver. Mercury Morris, 50, 45, down to the 42. Fumble, but the whistle had already blown. Acceleration.
Here's a good shot of it. Now Kuchenberger's the guard to the left. Langer, what a center he is. That's Little pulling, going inside. Zonka leading it up there, and Mercury speed cracks it. Now this is, as we said, a great running football team. Well, both of them are.
Greasy gets away at the 40, 35, 30, first down, 20, and he's hauled down by Phil Villapiano, who saved a touchdown. Greasy coming out of the pocket. Middle linebacker, Mercury Morris is in again. Sonka, touchdown, Miami. Oh, they made it look easy. 4, Miami 7, Oakland nothing. We call him. Larry Sonka out to the 20, 25, first down at the 29. Jack Tatum, number 31, hit him. Larry Sonka, a Christmas baby. Third down, 14. Greasy to Warfield, 45. He has a first down. Oh, what a man this fella is. Paul Warfield hit by Phil Villapiano. Morris to his 47, short of a first down. First down for Larry Sonka to the 50-yard line. Kicks back into the backfield for Miami. That's Sonka, though. He's at the 40, first down, and the big bull is brought down on the 34-yard line of Oakland by Jack Tatum. That's that misdirect play. He's controlling the ball. Mercury Morris outside at the 30, 25, 23-yard line. Another first down for Miami. Sonka, 20, down to the 16. George Atkinson had to come up to stop him, helped by Villapiano. Who's leading 7-0. Sonka, first down. He's at the 12-yard line, the first down. Mercury Morris, and he gets some tough yardage to the 7. Led the conference in total defense, rushing and passing. Larry Sonka, another about a 4-yard gain for him. Tony Klein nipped him. Larry Sonka, they stop him at the 2. Nehemiah Wilson, and Larry Sonka gets it. Larry Sonka for the score.
Miami has been outstanding as a first-half team, 223. But in the second half this year, they've only gotten 120 points.
Nothing. For Charlie Lee, a high kick, not too deep. Coming up to the 20 is Lee, breaking away at the 30. He's at the 40, 50, and down on the 42-yard line of Oakland. Charlie Lee. Miami has the ball on the Oakland 43. Jim kicks in the backfield. Sonka has the ball, and he bowls his way to the 39. Miami ahead. They have the ball on the Oakland 39. Jim kicks to the 36 of Oakland. 7. He has hit 5 out of 9 between the 40 and 49. This one's up. It's good. Garo Yepremian, the Cypress pie maker, has added 3 more points to Miami. Second down 7 for Miami under 21. There he is, filling out Mercury Morris. First down, Miami from their 33. Sonka's at the 35 to the 40. Sonka's getting close to 100 yards. Mercury Morris. And he stopped short of a first down. 3rd and 1 to go, Miami. First down, Larry Sonka. Goes to the 48-yard line of Oakland. Backs are out. Greasy runs up the middle. That was a conceived play. That was really a quarterback draw play. Settles out, and Irv Goody's gone in. On the Oakland 28. Larry Sonka goes to the 18-yard line. Unstoppable today. Jack Tatum hit him. Sonka, well, the runner. They have a first. Uh-oh, they lost the ball. And it's recovered by Miami. Zonka. I don't believe he has it. Oh, will try to. And his kick is up, and the kick is good. The Premians hit one over 40 today, and this one is 26. Boy, Miami's really bunched. Ball drive loose. Faber has it. And they fail to make it. Miami takes over. Miami's ball.
Oh, man, what defense. The big man gets
There
up.
he is. Look at Anderson hit him. Number 40.
Watch this play here now, Kurt. Very alert. Pick it up. And here comes Curtis Johnson. He has the first down and he gets by Curtis. He doesn't.
30 before the game's over. Here's Mercury Morris. And he's out of bounds. First down on the 30-yard line of Oakland. Kuchenberg out in front of him. And Willie Brown finally drove him out of bounds. Mercury Morris. 30, 25, 20, 15. Out of bounds. Stops the clock at the 15-yard line. Jack Tatum stopped him. Jim Kick burrowing his way to the 10-yard line. Jim Kick. Long signal count, of course, to use the clock. There's Kick again. Just short of the 5-yard line, 5.5-yard line. This has been a tremendous defensive team all year. Over the 5 they go, to the 4. Larry Sonka should have a first and goal to go. Stuck on the ground today. They just kept the ball on the ground. Just as he was about to go in there, Jim Kick, he stopped on the 2-yard line. And that is a touchdown again. Oakland's arguing that he wasn't over, but Larry Sonka has just scored his 3rd touchdown.
Here it is.
It's going to be hard to tell from this angle.
He's in, Kurt. The ball was
10. Minnesota winning that game. Miami's winning this one 27-10. Interception. Bob Matheson at the 20. Matheson is out of bounds. Miami has the ball right back again. Bob Matheson has it. That is the first turnover against the Raiders today. 3rd successive year, an all-time record. Don Madden congratulating Don Shula. Before the game, Madden told Al and me, Shula has one of the greatest pro teams of all time. If we can beat them today, we'll have done something. Well, they couldn't do it. And here are the Dolphins coming in. This is a team, Al, that half the season really didn't have much to play for. No big motivation. They clinched their division early. The challenges weren't there, but when the challenges come, there's something.
We saw them on Thanksgiving Day, Kurt. You're right. Nothing to win except their pride and reputation, and that's what they wanted to do. Play for their reputation.
Oh, they're going in as the American Football Conference champion for the 3rd successive year, the only team to ever do that. There's the owner, Joe Robbie, and there's the final. And we're going to be back here with NFL Report.
Hey, Mercury Morris about ready to start, and we're glad you're with us. This is going to be Jake Scott at the 7. Good run back, 38-yard line, collared by Terry Brown, and Miami's going to start off in a great spot on the field.
I think this is one of the places that the Dolphins perhaps have an edge over Minnesota.
Dolphin 42. Zonka. He picked up just a couple. The Dolphins are going to have a 3rd and 4, and Roy Winston upset him. No, it's Warfield. That was Warfield in motion. Complete, first down, 43-yard line of Minnesota, the tight end, Jim Mandich.
And perhaps, Ray, we should also mention an injury to this man.
There goes Zonka. And he has a first down inside the 30. Paul Krause, the free safety, had to make the tackle.
By Kuchenberg on Page. Zonka makes the good cut. It was a cross block, I beg your pardon, between Wayne Moore and Kuchenberg. Kuchenberg blocking out on Jim Marshall. Moore blocking down on Page. The rest is good running by Zonka.
On first down, this is Briscoe. It's complete, 21-yard line in front of Nate Wright, the cornerback who shoved him out. It's going to bring up a second down for the Dolphins. Second down, 4. There's Zonka, and that might be another first down around the 16. He dragged Alan Page the last couple of yards with him. Zonka. What tremendous power. He's within 2 yards of a first down. Looked like it might be a gain of 1 or 2, but Zonka turned it into about an 8-yard gain. This is Mercury Morris, and that looks like a first and goal at the 5. Jeff Seaman and Wally Hilgenberg made the tackle. Warfield in motion. Zonka, touchdown. A methodical, beautifully executed drive, and the Dolphins are on the board first with 9:33 left to play in the first quarter. Pat.
A play that developed and initially looked like it was going wide to Morris, but back inside to Zonka, and the rest he does by himself.
That drive, Greasy, threw twice, completed twice. Zonka carried 5 times, 37 yards, got the touchdown, and it's 7-0. It was Ron Porter who made that big hit. Morris trying to get outside. Look at those moves. He turned what looked like a no-gain play, maybe a loss, into about a gain of 5.5, and Paul Krause made the tackle. This is Mandich, the tight end. Roy Winston, the linebacker, on that side, the left side, shoved him out of bounds, but this is inside the 45 of Minnesota, and the Dolphins are on the move again with another first down. 6:15 left to play first quarter. Mercury Morris this time. He dives to the 39-yard line. Paul Krause came up to help out Jeff Seaman, and Gary Larson was there too. And so Jim Kick, number 21, is going to replace Morris. Zonka shedding tacklers. He has a first down. Zonka. Fantastic. He almost picked up a first down. There he goes, Zonka. First down at the 14. Jeff Wright and Paul Krause again had to make the defensive play, which tells us again, on first down, that's Marlon Briscoe at the 1. Nate Wright and Jeff Wright made the tackle, but Greasy has been absolutely on target the few times he's thrown.
And this is also a remarkable catch by Briscoe. Greasy threw the ball. Ball's in the air before Briscoe ever looked.
And he's 4 for 4 now, Pat, for 49 yards is Bob Greasy. Jim Kick is in now. Touchdown, Jim Kick. So the Dolphins strike the first 2 times they have the football.
We've just got a minute and 22 seconds remaining first period. We'll look at the touchdown again. Minnesota's run just 3 plays. Jim Kick. Kuchenberg with an excellent block on Lertzima right there.
Briscoe coming in motion. Zonka trying to get outside, and this time the personal foul against Minnesota. So a costly penalty now, and instead of a short gain on Zonka's run, a major penalty against the Vikings. With Bobby Bryant really hit. Ball Warfield grabbing off his, I think that's his first catch of the game. Morris, first down. He ran into one of the officials, or he might have had even greater yardage. Paul Krause had to make the tackle at the Viking 30.
Again, that offensive line, look at him come off the ball. Zonka leading the play through. Mercury Morris. There's some argument as to who is the strongest man on this Dolphin.
Zonka. An incredible performance by Larry Zonka. He certainly has the distance, and he's right on target. So, what department have the Dolphins not excelled in so far? They've done just everything that could be asked of a football team. Foreman trying to get outside. Vern Denherter held him up behind the line so that he was able to get back just to the line of scrimmage, and it is going to be 3rd down and 10. Foreman in motion. Fernandez nails Tarkenton. Fernandez got away from Frank Gallagher, I believe it was, and nails Tarkenton, and Fernandez continues his brilliant Super Bowl play.
He's involved first with Vic Kinglehoff. Number 75 with his back to you. What a great Super Bowl he had last year against Washington. Gallagher didn't see him coming soon enough to turn and try to pick him up. He's just as fast as Tarkenton.
And fine punt. Back at the Miami 45, Jake Scott trying to get outside. Fine run back to the 43-yard line of Minnesota. 3rd and 5. Great protection. Paul Warfield at the 11-yard line.
Of effectiveness in this game. This is a fine pass by Greasy and really a spectacular catch.
Bart. Opet. Greasy out of bounds at the 6, maybe the 5. Winston ran him out of bounds. Mercury Morris, and Bobby Bryant nails him, and a marker goes flying.
But let's see.
If so, that means it is a 1st down and goal for the Dolphins. Zonka, big hole. He's down to the 2. Bobby Bryant upsetting. Zonka, touchdown.
He had 3 last in the playoff game, the championship game of the AFC against Oakland. He has 2 today from ground level. Somebody just got a piece of him. I think it was Roy Winston. Perhaps it was Hilgenberg.
It's pretty safe to say that when the Vikings get the ball the next time, whether they score or not, will dictate whether we have a runaway Miami victory. Oscar Reed. And he's going to lose a couple as cornerback Tim Foley, with help, played it very, very well.
As soon as possible.
Zonka. 1st down, 27-yard line. Wally Hilgenberg made the tackle.
From behind Larry Zonka, you get a chance to see the awesome power and the great touch which he had. 21 carries, 107 yards already. Wally Hilgenberg got the run.
The Vikings have 10 men up on the line. Great punt. It's going to be downed around the 1 or 2 yard line by Mike Colin. And the Dolphins continue to do just about everything right. 10. Intercepted. Curtis Johnson. 5. 9-yard line. And tempers are beginning to get frayed as Johnson comes up with the first interception of the game. Larry Zonka. He's out to the 17-yard line, and we're going to keep a close look on the unofficial rushing yardage because while Tarkenton broke the pass completion record, Larry Zonka comes very, very close to the rushing record. Zonka adds yet a couple of more yards to that impressive total, and when the ball is next snapped, barring a timeout by the Vikings, we will have less than 4 minutes remaining. Zonka is met by Seaman and Roy Winston, and we have a marker down inside the 15-yard line. Alan Page hit Greasy, and a marker is down, and number 88, Alan Page, is arguing vehemently. Line. There goes Zonka on his relentless way again out to the 45-yard line. Jim Kick to the 49, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1, and a marker goes down this year. 3rd and about a foot, the ball at the 50. And the markers go flying as we'll find out now. Were the Vikings offside? Were they drawn offside by an illegal procedure? Offside Minnesota. First down Dolphins, and I think that penalty, Pat, coming at this stage of the game, just sort of puts the final stamp. There goes Zonka to the 38-yard line. And about a foot. And Zonka gets the foot and a first down. The final seconds as the Miami Dolphins have duplicated Super Bowls 1 and 2, where the Packers won back-to-back championships, and with a resounding and overwhelming victory, the Miami Dolphins have made it 2 in a row.
Pat, just by way of bringing you up to date on that great statistical afternoon that Larry Zonka had, unofficially this is, 33 carries for 145 yards. And Ray, that's going to be a very, very happy Miami Dolphin dressing room.
Now, on to Super Sunday to represent the American Football Conference against the Minnesota Vikings. On 3 successive Sundays, Miami had met the best pro football had to offer and decisively dominated each one. Miami's achievement was capsuled most eloquently on the dressing room blackboard when someone wrote simply, "Best ever."